My name is Lenny Tim.
And for how long have you been a professional rock pusher?
I've been a professional rock pusher for about 10 years.
And how many rocks have you pushed over these years?
In about 10 years of professional rock pushing experience, I can't really say how many rocks I've pushed, countless, but I could probably estimate it's been about easily over 5,000 rocks pushed in 10 years, within 10 years.
And what was the biggest rock you've ever pushed?
The biggest rock that I've ever pushed on my own was about the size of a Fiat, and it was about 650 pounds.
Wow, that's a huge rock. And I'm just wondering, what do people say? How do they react when they see you pushing rocks? Because, I mean, it's a very rare profession, isn't it?
So when I'm coming in to perform a job and I'm getting ready to push a rock, I mean, there are a lot of, there's a protocol to take. First of all, I have to block off the area where the rock is, where I'm pushing it. You know, the people have to stay back at least 20 feet. They have to stay back in a safe zone. They like to watch. You know, I tell them, you can watch, you can take videos, you can take a photo for your Instagram, for your Snapchat, whatever you want to do, you can do. And they're just amazed. You know, I kind of get in the zone, I kind of prepare, I put on my uniform, and I just get to work. And I mean, people usually love it, they enjoy it, they watch me do it, and they're just happy that I was able to, you know, help them out.
And I know this job is pretty dangerous, and when I was preparing for this interview, I read a lot of articles, and I know one of you guys got hurt on the job. Can you please tell me about that incident?
Yeah, it only happened one time. Honestly, we've only had one injury, and in the last 3 years, I began working with several people just because of the sheer volume of work. So I hired a couple of extra guys. This one guy that got hurt, he was new. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't listen to instructions. He wasn't prepared. So he was pushing a rock. It wasn't even that big. It was only a 200-pound rock. It rolled over his foot. He got hurt, and then from that point, you know, I told him, hey, like, we can't have that happen again. You know, you got to listen. You got to take the training again. You got to listen to exactly what I tell you. You know, we can't work like that. And actually, from that point, he's actually one of my best rock pushers after that.
I know rock pushing became very popular lately, and I'm pretty sure your business is growing, and you give a lot of business cards every day. And I'd like to hear more about how your business is growing. Are there any secrets or any particular way of running this business?
Yeah, the business is definitely growing. The industry is very popular right now. Rock pushing is huge. I'd like to say that I got into it, you know, early. I was one of the first people that got into it, that kind of founded the industry. I think I brought a lot of new ideas and new innovations to the industry, and you know, with Instagram and Snapchat and YouTube, they post videos of me constantly, so of course it's gonna, you know, it's gonna grow. The industry is gonna grow. People are gonna see all this, you know, see all of this going on social media. So yeah, and of course, you know, a lot of people try to get into the business, and you know, they try to do it. A lot of them don't know what they're doing. They're stupid, they get hurt, they can't push any kind of weight, you know, because they don't take the time to learn the industry, thinking like they're gonna go in, make a quick buck. But yeah, I'd like to say that, you know, I'm one of the top guys in the industry. You know, I'm not worried. I'm not afraid of new guys coming in, taking over. I have plenty of work. I have plenty of business. You know, so what can I say?
And how do you feel about these new technologies? Because many people are scared about machines being more efficient and quick. And do you think they can overtake your job in the nearest future?
Machines have been around for a long time. I'm still getting hundreds and hundreds of calls per week. I honestly think that people love the human aspect, the art of, you know, it's kind of like handmade. It's handiwork, and a machine just can't. It just can't replace a human.
And that leads me to another question. Right now, obviously, you don't do it for fun. You live off your job, rock pushing. And how much do you charge for that? Let's say I have two 300-pound rocks in my backyard, and I just need to move them. How much would you charge me for pushing them?
Sure. Yes, I do this for a living. I have fun at what I do, but I, only do this for a living now. I only do it for a fee. And for example, if you want to hire me to push, let's say two medium-sized rocks at about 250 pounds each, I would typically charge, as it depends on the project. I have to kind of see how far I have to push the rock, the shape of the rock, exactly where it's located. But typically I charge about 50 cents a pound. So on average, it might be $250 for two rocks at 250 pounds each.
Well, thank you for your answers. And my last question, actually not even a question, I just wanted to ask you to say a few words of encouragement for all these young, aspiring rock pushers who are trying to get into this business, and maybe you can just tell them a few things about it.
Definitely. My advice to new guys getting into rock pushing is just learn from the best. Just learn from guys that have been doing it, because it's a great career, it's a great job, it's a great industry, but it can be dangerous. It can be a little overwhelming sometimes, and you just got to be prepared, when getting into it. Learn, get mentored by someone, put in the time to learn. Don't just go out and start pushing rocks. You're gonna get hurt. That's my only advice. Start slow, put in the time, put in the effort, go to the gym, bulk up, learn the techniques, and go from there. And hopefully, if you put in the time, at least 2-3 years of consistent rock pushing, you can maybe hopefully get to where I am today. And that's really my advice for all the new guys.
Thank you. So Lenny, for YouTube, do you think you can push this rock?
I think I can definitely push this rock for YouTube. Let me try.